So I'm changing the gearbox oil of my Peugeot Partner 1.6 HDI 2007. So it would be fairly similar to other Peugeots and Citroens. So first we need to get the engine quite hot in operating temperature, choke the blocks of the wheel, put a jack, then crack the bolts. The car has to be in gear and handbrake applied. So first just crack the bolt slightly. And then lift the car. This next thing is to remove the bolts. And of course remove the wheel. So the oil filler cap is it's here, and it's a 19mm bolt, and so that's the oil filler bolt. And underneath the car, this here is the drain bolt, the gearbox drain oil over here. That one. So I'll first do the oil filler bolt, and then undo the drain and drain the oil. So this is way too big of an extension, but we'll see. This should crack fairly easy. There we go. That's the seal and the bolt. Next, to really unscrew the gearbox sump oil, so that's 21mm bolt. So let's see how this will go. That was fairly easy actually. I put the jar. The pan, not the jar. Let's see if this can be done by hand. Probably not. Yeah, not. Extension is too long. Yeah, now can be done by hand. I'm too far. Yeah, now it will probably start going. Spray it a little bit. That's it. Now we have to wait for this to drain. So the drain bolt has got a copper washer, and that's 22mm outside diameter and 16mm inside diameter, but it's actually 1mm thickness. I only have copper crusher washer, it's exactly the same diameter, but it's a lot fatter, so hopefully that will work. This is 2mm, not 1, and yeah, I'll put it there, so hopefully we'll crush slightly and we'll make a good seal. So next is to wipe the bottom slightly and put this, so there is no torque for this boat, but I'll do 25 Newton meters because it's not that much. I'll first do 20, see how it goes, and then do 25. So first to wipe it off a bit. I mean, still dripping slightly, but only very slightly. Just to wipe this portion there, and then we'll wipe the whole thing. I'll wipe the whole thing off. Actually, just to fit the boat with this copper crusher, so it will stop dripping. And I'll torque it to, I'll do 22 Newton meters. That's 22, slipped slightly. Let's see. Goes my extension. That's 22. And now wipe everything off completely dry, so I can then check if there is any leakage. That will take a while to completely clean it. So the fuel boat, it has a washer, aluminium washer, 22 millimeters outside diameter, 14 millimeters inside diameter, thickness is 1 millimeter. But again, I only really have I only have a washer that's same diameters, but it's slightly 2 millimeters thick. That's what was on the internet, but it should be alright. Otherwise, it's 1 millimeter thick. I don't think it's crushed to be 1 millimeter. It's just that is 1 millimeter because there is a indentation where it's being crushed, but the outside has stayed. So I'll use the 2 millimeter aluminium washer. So I'm using Citroen transmission gear 875 W80. And this takes either 1.9 or 2 liters, so I have 2 bottles of this. I don't really have a convenient thing to fill it in with, so I have a syringe, 100 milliliters. So this will be a long process of drawing 100 milliliters, putting them back in. But when this starts dripping, it means that it has been filled, so it should be roughly about 1.9 liters or so, as there will be some oil left inside, so it will be, I don't know, probably 100 ml or something will be left. So when this starts dripping, it means the fluid is inside. So this is the leveler kind of hole. So I'll start pumping in oil. Oh, this is it. Sticking inside is fairly viscous fluid, so might require quite a bit of pushing, so it's going in. Quite a while. I can draw about 80 ml of fluid, so it will be quite a while till I fill it in. So it started to drip. So next thing is to put the bolt in, tie it up. Mop up a bit after. and 22 Newton meters. That's it. Mop it up everywhere, put the wheel and so on, check for leaks and so on once the car is running. But let's see the fluid. So this is really the fluid and the gearbox. I mean, that's a tissue that I've dropped, but otherwise it's actually not too bad. Bits and pieces, but it's not really too bad. This is probably the mixture from the old and the new. So the new state on the top is pretty transparent, but at the bottom is quite a bit dark. Yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully that was useful. Let me know for the comments. So the description of the Newton meters, the millimeters, the washers and so on will be in the description of the video. Yeah, thank you very much. Subscribe and let me know for any comments.